Thursday. We are going to have some fun today. I did some more research. Let me just share this to Meerkats real quick. All right, there we go. So, did some research because I've got, you can't believe the hate mail I've gotten about what our vaccine, talking about the COVID vaccine. So I want to, stand by here. I want to talk about which vaccine, because I didn't give you guys my opinion. I didn't, hi Chris, I didn't say don't get the vaccination, nor did I say stay away from certain. You know what? It's important you know that I'm only the messenger. So I'm here to inform you of all sorts of things, which I will. Hi, Chris. First of all, hi, Misty. Boy, I haven't seen you in so long. I'm so glad you're with us. All right, disclaimer. Today hi there, Dennis. I was so low on energy and I didn't feel well, probably because it's raining in Maryland there. So right now, this episode, I'm on Ritalin and new symptom. So I am under the influence of drugs. Believe it or not, it lifts the fog and I can pay attention instead of just staring at the wall. And I wanted, I promised you guys I'd be here each time. Looking at the viruses real quick, the vaccination for the COVID virus, the safest one for people with MS in doing all the research seems to be Johnson and Johnson's. It's very similar to the flu shot. Very similar. It's a dead virus, and that is supposedly the best. So for people with MS. So if you are going to get that, consider the Johnson and Johnson. As far as it being made out of fetal tissue, the vaccine was developed with fetal tissue to test it on, but it does not. The vaccine itself doesn't have fetal tissue. All right, let's see, Dennis. Let's see. Not if okay. And Chris wanted to let you know that you can't take Johnson and Johnson vaccination if you're on Tisabri. So that is to know. By the way, I read an article. I read all sorts of breaking news, all sorts, and I'll talk about the breaking news. Yeah, the breaking news on actually Ocrevus and rituximab. Johnson and Johnson is what you need. I've been told is what the pharmaceutical maker that produces the vaccine you want. Hi, Paul. Oh, Paul, I see. You know what? I love it when I see your name and you're watching. If you can see me and you like this video and you'd like to share it in other MS groups on YouTube or Facebook, please go ahead and do that. Hi, Maureen. Hi. You know, it's so awesome to know that I let my neurologist know, because in a way that you guys help me. Specifically MS Frontiers, Primary Progressive. Every once in a while I post different articles I read in all of those formats. But the MS Frontiers is a conglomerate on Facebook. They're groups. And some of them are private, where you can only get in that group if you have MS, and I confirm that because I hunt that down. And it's primary progressive, even though I don't have that, since I created the big MS Frontiers group uh, under God's direction. Different people run it. In Cheryl runs that. So you guys, hi Richard, you guys, finally, Gina, you got your. So you guys, let me think. What was I? I think I lost. I lost my train. All right. So what I want to say is that if you want to get advice from people based on their experience, hi John, you can certainly go to msfrontiers.org, and it lists the front page. It'll list the different groups that are there. There's primary progressive, secondary MS Frontiers, secondary progressive, multiple sclerosis, medical support, which is that's what I kind of work in the most. That is the group that I do. But again, it's not, none of this is me. This is God. I give it all to God. So what happens is that the baclofen doesn't seem to be working as far as relaxing my body. So I'm pretty stiff, especially in the morning. You know, it's awful. So what is amazing is that in MS Frontiers primary progressive, I got advice that a lot of people, if they don't get the baclofen pump, a lot of people see effectiveness with tizidine. So Hopkins wanted me to consider getting Botox in my ankle, my left leg, so it would bend more. But I like things to last a little longer than Botox. It paralyzes your certain muscles so that it is more flexible. So anyway, so I'm going to try. I Googled, or I sent a message to my neurologist saying that my peers with this disease recommended that I ask you if I should consider tizidine. And it's so all right, just a second. All right, can you guys hear me on let's see. All right, hi Garrett, hi Dina, Jane. All right, you guys are all coming. So what I wanted to say is that if you join multiple sclerosis medical support, you can join it on Facebook. It's a private group, but and I post things that I have read, research. Now it's so interesting. There's a new side effect. It's one person that's on Ocrevus had this side effect where it's let me see, you get sores, you get mouth sores, and let's see, mouth sores, cold sores that just pops up, a pustulant body sores. It's a virus that you can get if you're on rituximab or hi Robert, rituximab or Ocrevus, rare. So it's good to know. I'm just reporting that there's, people have reactions with aspirin, and just reporting it doesn't mean that you're going to have that reaction. Remember, I was in the Tisabri program, study program, where I did Tisabri and Avonex at the same time. Back in 2003, I was in that study program. One person died of PML. This person had other risk factors, but what happened is they stopped the study program completely. They stopped it because they didn't know what caused it, and that was in 2000. Tell me something. All right. Can you tell I'm all over the place? You know what it is when I take the Ritalin, and I only took one, sometimes I'm not, I've got energy, but I'm not as focused. Anyway, so that's the news. And the second thing is I've got a urology appointment as soon as this is over. So I'm going to run down there. Hi, Tim. So I will let you know that I've decided to be disciplined as far as swimming every other day. You know what? But every other day. So yesterday I swam a half a mile, and 2 days before another half a mile. And a half a mile is 40 lengths. So it's just up and back. That's one, up and back. I do that 20 times. So, and I just count groups of 5. I do 4 groups of 5. And yesterday it was so liberating. Now I wanted to remind you that I believe when one door is closed, you can find other ways to exercise. Another door, you look for another door to walk through. When I stopped being able to do the elliptical trainer or the treadmill, I went to the swim coach and I got in the pool and I asked them how to do laps. And then I had to figure out how to do laps without, because I don't kick, I can't kick. Because if I kicked, it would only be the right foot, not the left, and I'd go around in circles. So I do the crawl, right? And then I had to learn how not to have a shoulder issue, the tendinitis. So there was a swimming technique where you don't put your hand in front. In the front, you put it at say 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock and 2. 10 and 2 with your shoulders back. So I've been doing that. And sometimes, you know what, yesterday it was not a chore. Sometimes it's like counting, it's not fun. But other times it just is such a blessing. And I don't have to do it all. And even when I walk, you don't have to walk far. All you have to do is walk the next step. So, all right, let's see, Karen. All right, I know. Yes, I did. I got a mail. I got on the multiple sclerosis Facebook group medical support. There's somebody who got really upset with me, saying that what I'm saying or what I post might scare people not to take it. And you know what? And I said I am not telling people not to get it, and I'm not telling people to get it. So I be very cautious when you read something where people are trying to get you to take the vaccine, yet be cautious about those people who say don't take it. It's do your own research. Just do your own research. But most important, read the disclosure of that medication, of the vaccine. That is so important. In fact, there's somebody who said, asked me. I posted, read. Moderna. I posted the Moderna release from Florida. I got a hold of that, and this person said, he said, why? Why should anybody read these things? Anytime you have to sign a contract, know what it says. You may be giving away your kidney. You may, you don't know. You don't know. I know that when I put my life at risk, I signed medication, a disclosure for medication. Uh, to be honest with you, think about this. Tisabri, I was on Tisabri. I was on, let's see, Solumetro once a month, for about 6 months. Osteoporosis. They put me on Gilenia, and Gilenia can give you skin cancer, and you have to sign a release. And that's one of those things. I signed the release. The neurologist wanted me to have this. I got it, and I had malignant melanoma removed. Is it the neurologist's fault? No, it's not. It's she had my best health in mind. She also had my best health in mind when I was stopped Gilenia, and she did not want me to be on medications until my lymphocytes returned. And to normal. Well, they weren't returning to normal, and I was off medication for 6 months, having an active aggressive disease. I knew I should be on something. I was thinking, I know something bad's going to happen. Well, guess what? I had that catastrophic attack where I lost the ability. In fact, I'm dizzy now. I can't walk without a walker because I'm dizzy. Before I had that attack, I could walk with a cane, but now forget it. Forget it. Now, when I got that catastrophic attack, I had an MRI, and they saw 3 new lesions in the base of my spine, a couple of my brain, and a couple of my spine. And what she put me on high dose steroids. I had 10,000 milligrams over 10 days. I had, and then she got me on to rituximab right away. Sent me to a blood specialist, hemo-oncologist, just to measure my levels and find out if it would be safe. And I'll tell you what. So was it her fault I had this catastrophic attack? Was it? No, it wasn't her fault. It wasn't her fault. Wasn't anybody's fault that I took Nivantrone, that a neurologist recommended it to me. That's not even used anymore. It's not their fault. It is my fault when I don't ask the questions. And that's the advantages of having this YouTube channel, that we can bounce things off of each other based on our experience, based on Robert wants everybody to know that he had the second vaccination shot, and he's not dead yet. Yeah, I know. Who'd you have? I don't know. Maybe you won't be dead. Hi, Diana. Diana. When's the last time you swam? She's my swim buddy. You are my swim buddy. It just. So what I'm saying is that if you can learn to swim or get in the pool and learn, then that's right. Jane, you get on her. Where have you been? Where have you been? I agree. So let them teach you. Let them teach you how to swim. And so yesterday when I was doing that half a mile, I'm swimming, and there was a guy in the pool or in the next lane, and he's swimming too. And believe it or not, he was just a little faster than me while he was kicking his feet. And I don't kick my feet, but what is so awesome is that just doing that stroke and flying through the water, it's so liberating. It is so liberating. It's wonderful. It's the great equalizer. So I have my walker on the side of the pool. So somebody, when people walk in, they know someone is can't walk who's in the pool, but everybody's doing laps like crazy. Of course, everybody knows me, so they know. Dulci, I don't know. All right. All right, Diana was talking about she ended up getting pneumonia. Um, all right, so tell us about how you got pneumonia, Diana. That's right, just keep swimming. All right, all right. Jane said, all right, Jane is losing her hair now. Now, Jane, why are you losing your hair? Hi, Mace. Um, why why do you think you're losing your hair? Uh, oh, now, Diana, you haven't been in the pool for 2 months. Um, okay. So why aren't you swimming? And I want you to post to tell everybody in this chat uh, which stroke do you do when you're in the pool? How many laps do you do? And how much, uh, uh, how do you enjoy it? What does it do for you? Um, Now, Diana, why did you get pneumonia? Did you get pneumonia as a side effect to COVID? Did COVID pneumonia? All right. So was it viral? Is COVID pneumonia viral or bacteria? How did they treat you? Uh, Gina. Oh, Gina says that she was losing hair because she was on Tecfidera. And Jane says blood screens all okay. They think after COVID effect. That's what they think. That's interesting. So, all right, and Misty says that swimming is the only time she doesn't feel uncomfortable. Backstroke is her favorite. Thank you for sharing your backstroke. You know, I'm not particularly the backstroke. Is when you go back like that, you can't see. You can put your head all the way back. I'm just a little too impatient for the backstroke. So the freestyle, my rotator cuff was really bothering me, so I have to warm up, the rotator cuff before I swim, and it's been just great. It is. You know what's great about swimming? If I don't feel like lifting weights, if I don't feel like going for, if I'm lazy, I put on, in fact, I put on my bathing suit, then I put a long sleeve, it's a jacket, neoprene jacket, because I like the temperature to be consistent. And I tend to get chilled, even though it's 82 degrees, the water, uh, and I'm the only one wearing a wetsuit jacket, but it's so wonderful. So I can be exhausted. I get in the water, I can still be exhausted, and just swimming, and breathing. It just is awesome. It is awesome. It just, and I think the only reason why I get lazy about swimming is like thinking, putting on my bathing suit when I go there, it's just a hassle. But you know what? If what I like so much about swimming at the gym every other day is that they have a shower that I can bring my walker into and sit down. So it is so much more safe than climbing into the bathtub or over the bathtub to sit in my shower seat and turn on the shower. It just and the MS Society. I have a navigator who said that we can look into transferring the bathtub into a walk-in shower. We can do that, But the problem is that my house is only 1,100 square feet on the main floor. I've got one bathroom on this ground floor. It's a rancher, but we have a finished basement. So we have a three-quarters bath, a bath with a shower downstairs. Upstairs, there's a tub, a shower. It's the main bathroom. And I think if I put a walk-in shower, it would hurt the resale value, which I'm always about resale value on that. You know what? But there's that tub that you can walk in and, all right. I'm thinking of, all right, I'm going to put that down. Tub, shower. All right, I got to look into that because then it would be a bathtub, but it's walk-in. You know what? I just, thank you guys. Thank you guys for getting me to think about that. I think, all of this is about making each other feel better. All right, let's see, Diana. Let's see. All right, Jane says no meds right now and having water tested next week. All right, what water? Jane, what are you talking about? You're having the water tested. So could it be? All right, your blood came back normal. Oh, your house water. You think it could be something in the house water. I think it's outstanding you're getting that tested. Hey, Mace, how come you're not on YouTube? How come, yes, you're not on YouTube? Because you're so brilliant. Mace, remember we had that last Zoom meeting that Tim set up for us, and Mace was there. So, handsome fella, you need to be talking with all the people in YouTube. So go on over, go make that jump. Oh my gosh, 27 minutes after I've been talking for 27 years, or minutes. 27 years. See, hear what I say. Hear what I mean, not what I say. It's amazing. Okay, Rob. You know what, Rob? You make me feel good because Rob Baker always compliments me on how I'm looking, and you make me feel good. Thank you, Rob. Our water has gotten very hard since, this is what Jane said. Her water's gotten hard since last year. Leaves spots on everything. You know what? That we have well water. We have a well, and without us having, we have a room that has a softening tank of water treatment center. And it creates a lot of salt and it softens the water. So we have to do that. Also, the well services, I got to get them out. I'm supposed to call them out every year where it's like $150. I get them to come out every 2 years, and it's like $200. I'm like, all right. So Chris says lots of homes have the walk-in showers, not the door closed ones. That's what I need to look into. Walk-in tub shower. Walk-in. Because I'll tell you what, it would be wonderful to be able to, and even now I take a bath or I take a shower at home, but I've got all my grip stuff and I've got to get that left leg. I have to pick up the left leg and put it inside the bathtub, sit down. Pain in the butt. It's just, but I got to tell you, is it a pain in the butt? It's kind of like swimming, kind of like lifting weights. And I'm going to tell you guys this because I really think it's so important. that we encourage each other to exercise, to lift weights, to maybe swim. It's kind of like I'm a true extrovert. I don't want to go to a party I've been invited to. I don't want to go. I just don't want to go. But when I get there, because I said I'm a person of my word, when I get there, I don't want to leave. I'm having such a good time. And it's very much like exercising. I don't want to do it. I don't want to swim. I don't want to do any of that. All of a sudden, I pick up a couple free weights and I put on a video. By the way, there's this new gal I'm following. She's, I'll tell you what, she is pretty to look at. She's perfect, perfect. But I'm following her. I think it's Cindy. I don't know if she's an Aussie, but she only she does things in like 10 minutes, lifting weights in 10-minute periods, intervals. So it's like 10 minutes of chest and triceps, and then 10 minutes of core strengthening. So I like doing that. When I pick up the weights and I put her on, and by the way, the playlist is right there on my channel, the exercise playlist. There's a couple of her. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Hang on. There is. All right. This is my tissue box, by the way. You see, it looks like a couch. Isn't that cute? I shouldn't. But when you start lifting weights, when you start doing what your body, activating muscles from your body, you start doing that, all of a sudden you realize it's kind of fun. It's like, wait a minute, I can feel that. So it's so good. Use it. So many people say I inspire them, and I don't know why. And I say I'm no different than anybody else as we age. And I tell people that. I tell them at the gym. I tell everybody that. I'm no more special. Actually, it's harder for we with MS to get motivated to do something. But think about all the people that don't go to the gym. More people don't go to the gym than go to the gym. So just doing it. Use it or lose it. Not fun. And there's MS Frontiers exercise that on Facebook that people subscribe to. What is that? You see there's things that are going. Did you see that? There. Do you guys see? All right. There's something floating around. You know what? It's bizarre. But anyway, it's senior citizens. I talk to so many people that they say, "How you doing?" In fact, I had a neighbor on the other street. She's approaching 70, and she says, "How are you, Dulci?" And I said to her, I'm not going to tell you. I'm doing well, but I'm not going to tell you specifics what I've gone through, because you might tell me your specific health issues, and we'll get into this pissing contest, and you won't ever want to talk to me again, and I won't want to talk to you, and nor would we have friends. You ever notice people who talk about health too much? Oh my gosh, it just, it's I had a friend. Is it tissue? I thought it was a ghost. Did you see that? All right. Anyway, so use it or lose it. And when she told me, when she said she says, my husband died. And I said, yeah, I remember you told me. That was last year he died. I said, how you doing with it? And so it's one of those things. I'll tell you what, the complaint. And if you have MS and you walk with a walker, it's amazing how many people come up and they want to tell you everything that's wrong with them physically. And it's like, I'll tell you what, I don't like sick people because I don't like complaining people. We're not sick. We have MS, and this MS Awareness Month. I'm callous. March, I guess, is MS Awareness Month. Well, I don't need to have a T-shirt or a tattoo that says I have MS. It's snowing in here. I don't need that. Nor do I want that. I don't need people to be aware of MS to make my life easier, to make it better. They don't have to do you remember that bookmark I gave you guys? A lot of you, Misty, let me see. All right, I'm getting that list out. Okay, to see who got these bookmarks. All right, Misty, you need to email me your address. And the reason why is because you need one of these bookmarks, right? One of these bookmarks. All right, it's backwards. So who else haven't I? All right, Rob, you got one. All right, who here has not gotten a bookmark? And I'm going to say orbs. All right, I'm gonna say that. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? Everybody, in fact, people with MS have typically it affects one side. Now, Misty, send it to, you can either go to msfrontiers.org and contact us. You can do that, or you can send it to Dulci Jean, DULCIJEAN @gmail.com. And then I'll give you a bookmark. I'll send it in because on the back of this bookmark, it says, this is big. Do I require others to understand me in order to feel valued? And that's that MS Awareness Month. Do we need people to be aware of the details of MS in order to feel loved? The more I love you, the less I want you to know what I deal with. But I'll tell you what, it's just bizarre how people will just complain. They come up and they see you and they'll tell you everything. I've got a dear friend who has sciatic pain and came over and acted like he got hit by a Mack truck. It's not the fact that his pain's not real. It's the fact that sciatic pain, MS, I'm telling you what, if you have MS and you experience sciatic nerve pain, that's like you do a physical therapy to release the impact nerve, to relax that nerve. But sciatic nerve pain is like, that's a cakewalk. It is a pain. You just have to do physical therapy. All right, let's see. All right, what is Jane? ORB. What is ORB? All right, let's see. Just a second. What's ORB? Oh, all right, needed the second one. I saw it. Second one. All right, I don't know. I don't know what our ORB is, and I'm not quite following you, you guys what you're talking about. Chris says MS awareness is because it puts out in front for people to donate money to help with grants, research, and funding. All right, that's why. Yeah, that's why. I don't know. I think that if I tell people, don't if you want to donate to anything MS wise, you're welcome to either donate to MS Frontiers, uh, which is our ministry, because that helps that website, the msfrontiers.org. It continually keeps it going for people to find us. Also, let's see, uh, or MS Foundation. I love them because the MS Lee. Oh, how wonderful! Lee, don't have your address either, so I got a bookmark for you. So Lee, go send me your address and email it to me, dulcijean@gmail.com. DulciJean @gmail.com. So it's just a wonderful bookmark. In fact, I changed it a bit where on the very top, you see, I have a saying, and I put down, which do you see in this drawing, a young woman or an old woman? And I have that so that you can have a discernment to look at life as potential, the potential of good, which is huge. We have to do that. There's so much. It's so easy to look at bad, and if just go on out and let people walk up and say they broke their hip or they broke their knee or and they're walking. They've got basal cell Mohs cancer. I just found out that there was a nonprofit group that I did a lot of volunteer work. One of the gals in there who, was very critical of me. I don't have to be liked or loved in order for me to love the person who dislikes me. But this person, she ended up coming down with breast cancer. And I could easily call or send a text and wish her well. I just prayed for her to be well, but I just, some people do better off not hearing. I think that I'm such a strong personality that most people either love me or they dislike me, and that's okay. It's I'm gonna love you anyway. I'm going to love you whether you dislike me or not, because I do get hate mail. Not I get hate mail. I also get people who are very critical and use my walker at work. Well, let me tell you, Lee. People often say to me, "At what point do you use your walker? Or do you use a cane? Do you?" And if you go and look, thank you, Tim. If you look at mobility aids, what I tell people is that when you're done laying on the ground, uh, then all of a sudden your pride comes way beyond safety. And I gotta tell you something. What you're using to be able to stay in the game for mobility and all, what you use, it has no impact on the character you have. It doesn't. So don't worry about being judged, Lee. Don't worry about that based on your body. your mind is being kind to your body. You are providing it with everything it needs to be safe. So and that's on this bookmark too. Also, it just, so we have to. Uh, Richard, what I'd like you to do is Google hip flexor assisted device, HFAD, on my channel. And for those of us that have hip flexors that don't want to cooperate with drop foot, that is amazing. It is fantastic. Let me see. Diane, let's see. Thank you, Karen, for the time check. Jane's talking about her right side being the weak side, uh, and Diana's saying how weak she was because of the COVID. Uh, yeah, I'm left side paralysis, or it doesn't work as well on the left side also. But you know what? And on the mobility aids, I tell so many people. In fact, I'm sitting on my scooter right now. You can't see. I'm sitting on the scooter as an office chair. I decided to use that. But the scooter, I can use it to conserve on energy, to get to a weight machine, or sometimes around the house. It's good when that left leg will not work. Sometimes I slide it. I don't know, when it doesn't work, then I gotta use the scooter. But I'll tell you what, I'm so hell bent on not relying, not being confined to a wheelchair or the scooter. That even when I can't walk, I sometimes I use the walker, just because use it or lose it. I remember in let's see, it was I think 1999 or 2000. Nah, it was 1999. I had an attack, and I couldn't walk. I was confined to the wheelchair during the attack. I had a friend come over. It was really bad. I've been confined, unable to walk, uh, 2 times, definitely 2 times, maybe more. But in fact, you see, this is on the scooter. What happened is that I couldn't sit up straight because of this lesion I had in my pons area. So what my husband had to do, I couldn't even sit on the couch because I couldn't sit up. He tied me to the chair so I could stay sitting up. Uh, but both times, both times, I would get the walker and I would slowly, one step at a time. Uh, you gotta stay in the game. I have friends with primary progressive that were completely confined, and because of physical therapy, one of the exercises was standing up and letting go and holding it just for a second, maybe with one hand, just a second. Remember, also great exercise for leg strengthening is standing up and sitting down on your couch. Slowly go down. If there's a way you can, I don't know. So use it or lose it. Now, let me see. Chris said her mom has foot drop for many, many years. As of 6 months ago, her foot changed. Does not need to wear the brace. Really, Chris? That's huge. Oh my gosh. So Chris is talking about her mom having foot drop, and not having that problem anymore. In fact, I have foot drop, and so all right, pretend my hand's a foot drop. So typically, what you do with the other foot is that you tend to lift up really high on your so you can swing the foot drop around. If you have the AFO, it holds your foot up, right? But so you take a step and then your foot's up. If you have the hip flexor assisted device, it has. I tell you to put a zip tie at the front so you can hook it over the front of your shoe. And what it does is it's got bungees. When you step forward, it pulls your leg, your hip flexor. It lifts your foot, right? It lifts your foot and it pulls your hip flexor. So it's wonderful to do. But I'll tell you what, you've got that foot drop. Many of us who've had MS for a very long time, you end up getting that foot drop, and then they try to get your foot, whether they can get it to go, like this other foot, the other foot, right? I know I look silly. All right, but you get the other foot that looks like this. So what happens is that now they try to get your foot, they test you, just trying to get that foot, just, and it's so stiff it won't do that. So what happens is that they'll put Botox in that ankle so it'll bend, which is what they want to do with me. But I'll tell you what, after you've had MS so long and you're doing everything to stay in the game, isn't it more fun to do a push-up than it is a squat? When you have MS, when we have MS, it is so much more fun to do a bicep curl than it is to work on balance, right? It's just so much more fun. But I remember my neighbor who lives on the other street. She walks very slow, but and it's a perfect opportunity for me to do walking lunges with holding on to the walker. Richard said that he's gotten worse in the past years. I will tell you, Richard, over the past year, where I was last year versus where I am this year, I've gotten considerably worse. And yeah, it just, but then again, we've had MS so long, and now if you're newly diagnosed, there's no reason to believe that it's ever going to get as bad as some of us have right now. One of the right when you first are diagnosed with MS, what you want is you want to stop attacks from happening. So that's what the disease modifying medications do. As you have attacks, you've had MS for a while, relapsing, remitting. Now you want to have myelin repair. All right. Every time you have an attack, as long as they can cover up the hole, you're protecting the nerves. So you want myelin repair. When you've had MS for as long, you've had nerves exposed that long, and now you have secondary progressive, and they're so brittle and they break. Now, what do we want? We want nerve repair. And that's the Christopher Reeve Foundation. That's accident, anything that deals with paraplegic or quadriplegic or everything. It's nerve regeneration. And I